The government's efforts to encourage school-level free enterprise has seen several students from the Bartic Secondary reaping benefits from the Small Business Bureau's in-school entrepreneurship pilot program. The InfoHub team traveled to the Region 7 school and spoke to the beneficiaries of the program as well as some of the teachers.
The project, which aided grade 9 and 10 students with their school-based assessment project, saw the development of several viable businesses. Meet grade 10 student Janiska Blair. The young entrepreneur began a broiler chicken venture in February of this year. Blair said the business is growing despite a few challenges.
I'm doing broilers board and it's going good. It's been difficult at times when I have like SBA to bring in, and so it's been difficult, so my aunt would help me some days, or my mother.
Blair explained that after rearing the birds, her grandmother assists with selling them.
I send out messages like a week before I slaughter the birds. I would make flyers and pass around to houses, and so they didn't know that I have birds to sell.
The entrepreneur added that the profits from the business venture come in very handy to assist her mother, who is a single parent. The 15-year-old plans to expand her small business after school.
I start off with 25, and after slaughtering the 25, I bought 30. So as I keep going, I buy more and extending the pen. The first bird, the 25, I gained a profit of 30,000. All of the birds haven't been sold as yet, but when I calculate the amount, you will gain more profit.
The only male student to have benefited from the program is Kevin Johnny.
My business name is basically doing gas, selling gas. I usually buy mixed gas and raw gas and sell. I started on December, and it was kind of hard at first because I never do it before. But with the help of my parents and teachers, it becomes easy and more easy, and eventually I developed the skill and it works out real good.
Johnny said the new business aids a number of commuters in his Moka Bay home opposite the ROI Resort and even those in Bartica.
People who usually go around with vehicles, boat, generators, for lights and so on. They will come by my house because I don't really had any place, to store it or a shop. So I used to have it in my house to sell every day.
The 15-year-old described the response as overwhelming.
I go around to families, friends, people maybe I never met before, just to tell them that I sell gas. And every day people came by, stop. Sometimes people might run out of gas and so, and I just sell. Sometimes I might be on my way coming home. People might already be in my house waiting for gas and to buy. Sometimes people might run out waiting. I might take maybe a few hours to reach. But when I reach there, they're still there.
Kevin Johnny also plans to continue his business after graduating from school, since he reaps huge benefits from the business. His father will assist him with the purchase of a boat to aid in sales for customers along the riverbank.
The In-School Entrepreneurship Pilot Initiative began in 2017, benefiting 100 students across the country. The students were all given a $30,000 grant to start up a small business.
In an earlier interview, head of the program, Shemaine Headley, said despite a few challenges encountered during the initial stages of their projects, all of the students now have viable businesses. Head of the Agriculture Department at Bartica Secondary, Sandra Gibson, said the in-school entrepreneurship program has profited the students in many ways.
I thought it was a very good initiative to give these students an opportunity to monitor their own business. They came up with what they wanted to do. And so I think that was sometimes we underestimate students, but I think this was something to bring them out of their shells.
Gibson explained the process behind the selecting of participants.
The Small Business Bureau, the personnel, they said they initially wanted students from the agriculture department and the home economics department and the business. But when we were in here discussing, I said we have the building technology section, and I think we should give that area also a chance to select students from there. When we decide to select the students, we look at those students who were, let's say, competent in preparing these records and showing the interest. Also, we throw it out to the students, and the students, they said that they were interested because some students were not keen on it. The students were interested and they had to prepare their business plans but I think what backed a lot of students down is the business plan.
The agriculture lecturer said she was impressed by the students' approach to their business ventures.
To me, they did well for a first try. The only thing, like, they have a little difficulty with the report writing, and with guidance, I think they can do it, right? But we look at how they went about doing this business, you know, the way they did it, right? They were committed to what they were doing. They didn't give up, even though some persons had losses, they still, you know, and I was saying, give them an opportunity to continue.
Boasting of the support in sales she got from school with her plant and chip business, Kizelle Simmons related that she will temporarily halt her business to focus on completing various end-of-term school projects. Several other students welcomed the opportunity provided by the Small Business Bureau.
In POB, Principle of Business, we have to do our SBA, and so it's like we have to come with an SBA. Like how next year I'll be out of school, well, at least for now I get a taste of how to do my own business and stuff like that before I go into the world of work and stuff.
When they came, I showed them my plan, I showed them everything, and they said it was good. They never tell me I had to do anything in place. They always tell me it's good and everything every time they came. I think the business is a good idea for children like us, and you know, sometimes other children might make a loss, some might make a profit, but still we all may have our experience, so when we go out in the field to do our own jobs, we would know how a loss and a profit feels like, and how to be aware when we're encountered in a loss.
It's a good thing for many children. I'll give the parents, a single parent, they would be able to help out the mother in the home and help provide stuff for the family.
They encourage us, you know, they tell us, well, they give us some of their experiences, other person's experiences, and then we get to apply ourselves from there.
Head teacher of Bartica Secondary, Carmel Williams.
I am happy that Small Business Bureau came on board with us, and they offered 8 students. Furthermore, they asked us to have students prepare business plans, and they're going to go through and select. And 8 students were selected to do the program, and I'm happy because at least the students have, this is a stepping stone for them. And from the students who were working, about 60%, they would have done exceedingly well, and 40 would have had minor challenges that we were able to help them through because they were working under the supervision of teachers as well. But I know it would have helped a lot of them because listening to them, they're very happy because they say, Miss, we make plenty of money, right? And which is good, it's part of it. And at the end, all of these monies would be theirs to invest, to do further investment, right? So I know it was a good program coming to the school, and I hope that other students would be given a chance to, or a shot at it. And not only 8, maybe 18 or more. It's a very good gesture on their behalf because they did not just come and share with us at the initial stage, but then they continue to visit and call and try to give students advice as to if they would, I said, remember some students fell short, and so they said to them, it's not the end of it, but you can do X, Y, Z to improve. And they even asked some of them if they plan after their school life to continue in business. And some of them said yes, because it has a lot of money behind it. And they even spoke about employing persons to help in the future and so on. And those advised small business bureau representatives, they were very pleased hearing that coming from the students.
Williams expressed satisfaction with the results of her students' work.
I always feel so great and proud of my students, knowing background from where they came, because the students at this school are those who did not pass the common entrance and didn't have a good grade, and so they came here and we really work, and that is why I always commend my teachers, because they go the extra mile to work with them, knowing where they came from, so that we can take them to the next level, so as to prepare them for the world of work. So I was so pleased when the students did their plucking and so on of the chicken. They come and they say, "Miss, we're giving you first preference and we will give you a good price." And so you would want to feel, you feel so good, at least I felt good, you know, purchasing from these children. And when the lettuce came, they come up, they say, "Miss, these things were so awesome." I could remember they brought it, they said, "Miss, we finished washing it," and I was like eating some of the leaves, and you know, it felt so good that these children were given that opportunity and they made the best of it.
Let's meet more of the beneficiaries of the SBB grants who share their experiences of venturing into the business arena. Student Olivia Bob is also into the broiler bird business.
At first, it was exciting, right? It was exciting. So sometimes I could wait to go home and be like, okay, I wonder if they grow or, you know? And then afterwards, it got a bit difficult because of school. Sometimes I couldn't go home at lunch to see if they have water or feed, so I'll be a bit worried, right? But when I go home, I make sure I give them feed, water, and afterwards, I got the hang of it when school closed, plan to wear 25, and then order next batch. When those 25 become 3 weeks, order next batch, and then at the 3 weeks, and then when they're ready to slaughter for the 6 weeks, then ordering again and keep it going.
In my business, I'm doing lettuce. I didn't like just plant it just like that. I bought from a company and I nurse them. I start December because it's when I buy the seedlings. I start from then, but even when they grew from December to January, and this when I started. It wasn't tough, but it was okay. I had a lot of produce and I didn't have any loss or anything.
Shyla Khan started a Frosty Bites fudgicle business venture, which she operated at the school level.
I was thinking when school closed with a 2 months holiday, I would continue and do the business, maybe in the environment where I'm living.
I'd just like to say thanks to them for giving us the opportunity to carry out the business, and it's been helping a lot.
Following the success of the in-school entrepreneurship program, the Small Business Bureau has extended the pilot program. The second phase will begin in late June this year, and 150 students across the country are expected to benefit from the grants. This brings us to the end of another edition of InfoHub Extended. Thanks for watching.
The future of Guyana has never looked better. Our nation is on the cusp of a development program like never seen before. While Guyana is now emerging as an energy giant through the discovery of massive reserves of oil and natural gas, it is your government's intention that the huge benefits emerging from this will go where it matters most, to you, the people of this beloved country. There is a surge of confidence in the way Guyana is governed once again, and the level of investor interest is unprecedented. Guyana is poised to become the breadbasket of the region, and the pace at which this nation will grow through prudent fiscal management will be nothing short of impressive. But more than anything else will be the way every Guyanese, regardless of color, class, or creed, becomes a part of this historic period of national transformation, sharing in the wealth and well-being of it all as one Guyana.